Don't take it personal, I ain't lying, I ain't hiding, I've been crying.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. I feel like I say that and y'all don't actually do that, but I think you should totally do that because why not? So take a moment and hit the buttons below because it's lit. Anyways, today I'm going to be doing a Bratz style inspired look. I'm going to be doing Sasha, of course, because that's they. So it's like a midnight, smoky, really glam, glitzy look. It came out really nice, and I'm actually pretty excited about it, and I had a lot of fun doing this. And the gag is that I had to record this twice because the devil never sleeps, and my file somehow got corrupted. But that's okay, because I think it came out better this time because that was the work of the Lord. So, I hope you guys enjoy it, and let's get into it.
Alright, so I'm going to start off with my Hourglass primer, just putting that all over my face to make sure that it's nice and buttery so the makeup's going to go on smooth. And now I'm going to prep my eyelids for my eyeshadow. I am going to use my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion in the color Eden. And I'm just going to rub that in with my hands. I don't know why, but I find like when I use a brush to do this, I feel like it's taking off all the product. So I'd rather just rub it in with my hands. So I'm doing that now.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices.
And now I'm going to grab my Huda Beauty Desert Dusk palette. And I am going to be using the color in the far right bottom called Blazing. And I am just going to pack that onto my crease. I'm going to want to try and create dimension, so I'm going to use about 3 or 4 colors in my crease. This just happens to be the first one. So you're going to see me really build this color, and I'm going to do a lot of patting and then rubbing in.
Get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices.
Just doing the same thing on the other side. Like I said, again, a lot of patting and rubbing, but wanting to really make sure that the base is there.
Feels like I've been hypnotized.
And next, utilizing the same palette, I am going to take the color Quid, I think it is. It's in the far right corner, the top right corner. So I'm going to grab that and go over Blazing, doing the exact same motion. I'm going to take this one in just a little bit more on top of my lid, but still keeping it pretty crease bound.
Get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices.
And now, in the same palette again, going to be taking the color Saffron and building that into my crease as well. So this is going to really, you'll start to see more of the dimension that I was mentioning I wanted to create earlier. And so there's a little bit of gradation, which is going to look really nice once I start to add the next color, which is going to be black. Saffron is a really pretty burnt red almost, and it's similar, it has like a lot of brown in it, so it's like a great layover for lewd or ode. I still don't know how to say it. And now I'm using a matte black shadow from Makeup Forever, and I'm just going to pack that all over my lid. I'm really going to spend a lot of time here building this color and making sure that it's very pigmented, because once I put the glitter on, I want that dimension to be there. And so having a darker color underneath creates a really, really nice dimension.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my
like one of those cartoons that has a black eye, but I swear it's gonna be nice in the end.
Feeling like I'm all alone, you don't seem to want me, even though you told me so, and baby I wonder.
Just filling in on the other side now, exact same motion, a lot of padding. If you'll notice, I'm not really rubbing so much, I'm doing a lot more padding with this black shadow. The reason for that is because it gives me a lot more control of exactly where the eyeshadow is going. And now I'm just going back and filling in using Sapphire and using Blazon. Just because when you start to put in that black on your lid, it does get a little bit lost, and you want to have that all the colors blend into one. And so as you're putting these colors back in, you want to take your time and blend it into the black.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus.
And now it's time for the fun part. So I am going to be using this pressed glitter Beauty Glaze glitter eyeshadow palette, and I'm taking it's almost an orangish golden color glitter, so I'm going to take that and pack it all over my lid. I'm using a flat brush here because it helps me pick it up and press it onto my lid, which is exactly what you're seeing. It also offers me a little bit of control so I can create that crease that I'm looking for with the glitter.
Walking on fire.
And now you can kind of start to see some of the dimension I was talking about as I lay the glitter onto the black.
When you're packing your bag and turning your back, calling me a liar, calling me a liar. Trying not to let my feelings get to me.
I think it just really pulls everything together as opposed to just laying the glitter on or putting a similar color underneath. It just adds a little bit of something to it. And now I'm just taking my Fenty Beauty liquid foundation and I am just applying that to my face, and I'm gonna take my brush and hit my face with it a few times until until everything is blended in.
Separate ways, we could start over. We could start over. Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices.
And moving on to cream contour from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I am going to apply nude to my cheekbones, nose, and chin, which you will see here shortly.
I'm terrified of losing you. Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices.
And I'm just going to switch to a smaller brush so that way I can get the bridge of my nose so it can be sandwiched.
Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you.
And now I'm taking my Sasha Buttercup setting powder, and I am just going to dab that all across the same places that I put that nude contour. So you're going to see me do that now. So with this stuff, it's super important to make sure that you blend it in properly because it's very pigmented, and while it like cinches your face in, if you don't blend it out, it can make you look like a ghost. But you'll see me do that a little later.
No, I don't like it when you're packing your bag and turning your back, calling me a liar, calling me a liar.
And then I'm going to go back to that Anastasia Beverly Hills cream contour and contour out my nose. I still have my small brush again, and I am using the color Espresso. And I'm just going to start to shape my nose out.
Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you. Touching your body, but feeling like I'm all alone. You don't seem to want me, even though you told me.
Then I'm going to take the bigger brush in that same color and go in and hit just under and in the hollows of my cheekbones. And then I will do a little bit around my chin. I don't really sculpt my forehead. Honestly, my wig is probably sculpting my forehead enough, but you'll see.
Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you.
And now it's time to just blend like your life depends on it, because it does, because you're going to be mad if these pictures do not come out right because you didn't spend the time blending.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby.
Alright, and so after I've blended my heart out, I am going to go over all of that and smooth it all in with my Mineralized Skinfinish in the color Deep Dark from MAC. So I'm just going to go in and kind of color match and correct and blend all of the powders together to make my face look like love. So you're going to see that now.
Walking on fire, trying not to bend my feet. I'm tired of fighting.
Then breaking out Good Old Faithful, my gold deposit from MAC, and I'm just going to put that all over my cheekbones and at the tippy tip top of my nose.
Trying not to let my feelings.
So I didn't feel like my brow bones were putting the team on their back like they should have. So I went back in with my Burgundy x 9 eyeshadow palette from MAC and used the shimmer from that guy just to highlight my brow bones and just give them a little bit more dimension and make them pop.
Like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you. Touching your body, but feeling like I'm all alone. You don't see.
And then I went in with just a regular brown pencil. My eyebrows are already very thick, so I just kind of fill in and draw the shape that I like, which is generally a cute little arch.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you.
now I'm just going back and just moving the hairs around, brushing them out and shaping them so it looks like I have more eyebrow hair than I actually do.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can.
Now I am just lining my lip with Nightmoth from MAC. It's probably my favorite lip liner, to be honest.
It's in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you.
Next, I'm taking my Too Faced liquid liner in the color Drop Dead Red and filling in my lips.
Walking on fire, trying not to bend my feet. I'm tired of fighting.
Then I'm going to take a flat angled brush and use my Maybelline Eye Studio gel eyeliner in, it's either very black or the darkest black, I forget how they call it. And I'm just going to line my eye and shape my eyeshadow.
Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you. Touching your body, but feeling like I'm all alone. You don't seem to want me, even though you told me so. And baby, I wonder if we should just go separate ways. We could start over. We could start over. Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices.
And now it's time for me to put my lashes on. So the glue that I'm using is the House of Lash. This is my favorite glue in the world. I think that it's amazing and it really helps my lashes stay in place. Sometimes for like 2 days low key. And the lashes that I'm using are from Olulana Beauty. More to come on that, but yeah. Watch me put these bad boys on.
Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. I'm terrified of losing you. Walking on fire, trying not to bend my feet. I'm tired of fighting, saying things we don't mean. You know I don't like it when you're packing your bag and turning your back, calling me a liar, calling me a liar. Trying not to let my feelings get to me. Sometimes I can't let them go. So now I got these voices. Now I got these voices in my head, baby. I can focus. Feels like I've been hypnotized. Now I'm terrified of losing you. Touching your body, but feeling like I'm all alone. You don't seem to want me, even though you told me so. And baby, I wonder if we should just go separate ways. We could start over. We could start over. Trying not to let my feelings